right, fans, let's meet the starting 11 presented by Tire Factory. First, for FC Kansas City. Starting at goal, number 18, Nicole Barnhart. On defense, number 13, Leanne Robinson. Number 4, Becky Sauerbrunn. Number 14, Casey Coleman. And number 17, Amy Lee Pelmet. At midfield, number 6, Jen Moskowski. Number 7, Jenna Richmond. Number 15, Erica Timrack. Number 19, Katrina Gorey. Number 8, Amy Rodriguez. And number 22, Sarah Hagan. Available substitutes for FC Kansas City. Number 1, Sarah Keane. Number 5, Liz Bogus. Number 9, Merritt Mathias. Number 10, Francis Silva. Number 11, Morgan Marlborough. Number 23, Nikki Phillips. And number 25, Mandy Laddish. And now, here's the starting 11 for your Portland Thorns FC. Starting in goal, number 1, Nadine Andrew. On defense, number 2, Becca Moss. Number 7, Nikki Marshall. Number 21, Emily Mendez. Number 4, Steph Catley. At midfield, number 17, Tony. Number 22, Amber.
Sinclair, a beautiful ball. Morgan, one weave on.
There you go.
There it is. Alex Morgan with the goal. And everybody here is going nuts.
Quickly played in.
Sinclair, yes.
Christine Sinclair. Tobin Heath with a drive, and she scores! And that just might seal the first National Women's Soccer League title.
Game day at Providence Park. The 6-6-4 Portland Thorns hosting red-hot FCKC in NWSL soccer action. A must-win scenario for the hometown defending league champs. Good afternoon, everybody. Ann Schatz joined by my broadcast partner, that's Janine Spera. Now, you being a former U.S. national goalkeeper, you've been on a team where you've seen leaders. You have seen people just take on that general role. Is there anybody playing that role for the Portland Thorns now, or could that happen down the stretch?
Right now, I think that's part of the issue that they have. They don't really have that field general. They need to find one. I think they have them. They may have to pull somebody out, and we're going to have to see who that's going to be.
Is it possible for a player, you and I have been going on and on about Angerer, former goalkeeper, of course. Could Angerer be that player?
Definitely. FIFA World Player of the Year, that's unbelievable. She can walk anywhere, pretty much command anybody. So, but she just needs to step up, I think, and do it with this team.
How about a difference maker for this particular game against the hottest team in the league? We've got some different players in starting roles. Who might that be today?
We've got Amber Brooks starting in the low defensive midfielder position, and she's done a great job in her last game. She didn't play here for us last, but the game before she did, and just did wonderful things offensively and defensively. In that role, she frees up Allie Long, who pushes up higher on the field, and we know about Allie's skills. She has amazing skills. She can deliver balls, she can get to places, she can do a lot of things, and now she's going to be able to do that.
And Long has had some good success against this Kansas City Blues club. All right, now we know there are only 8 games left, counting this one in the regular season. It's crunch time. Paul Riley says it's like a playoff atmosphere each and every game.
Definitely.
Portland very much in the hunt, though. Only 3 points, 1 win off of that 4th spot.
It's so important, and he spoke about getting 19 points in those last 8 games in order to really make a difference and get to that spot they need to be in. So 3 points today puts us in the tie. The rest of those games with those points, we're going to have a good chance.
So we have had some good starts. We've had problems finishing games, settling for ties after giving up leads. What must change in that respect today?
It's like you say, it's just finishing the game, taking everything not for granted, but doing the best thing you can and making sure until the final whistle.
Sounds good. All right, we'll promise you this. Lineups and opening kick coming up in just a second. The Thorns hosting FCKC.
What does one serve the best basketball player in the world? The new Bacon Clubhouse sandwich, of course. 100% pure beef or chicken on a new artisan roll, all with our famous Big Mac special sauce. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's.
You should serve it to everyone.
Hey sports fans, do you want to get in shape? Text LA Fitness to 50500 for a complimentary guest pass to your local LA Fitness. That's LA Fitness to 50500. Exercise your options.
Alaska Airlines invites you to explore more flora and fauna. Explore more hot spots or more cold ones. Explore more holes in the wall. With the 35 amazing destinations Alaska Airlines flies out of Portland, you can explore more. And with Alaska's low fares, you can spend less doing it. Explore more, spend less. Alaska Airlines.
You wake up. Your back hurts. Again. You need a new mattress, but hate shopping for one. Just go to a Park Lane. Crafted in Oregon. Sold only in Park Lane stores at a true minimum price. They'll match the way you sleep to the Park Lane's best for you. Delivered in 2 trucks. The blue one only delivers fresh, just-made Park Lanes. The green one only hauls old mattresses to recycling. Enjoy every night on a Park Lane. Rest well for years to come.
Welcome back to Providence Park. We're just minutes away from the start of today's NWSL match between the hometown Thorns and visiting FCKC. Blue starting 11 looks like this. Nicole Barnhart between the pipes, the reigning player of the month. Solid defense for the Blues led by Sauerbrunn and Leanne Robinson. 3 mids and they are tough. Buskowski, Jenna Richmond, and of course Erica Timrak. Rodriguez and Sarah Hagan will be joined by Katrina Gorey in the forward spots. Now Lauren Cheney will not be in the lineup for Kansas City with an undisclosed illness. That is a loss for Vlatko and Danovsky. Paul Riley will counter with this starting 11. Nadine Unger, of course, will be starting in goal. Paul Riley will be giving Van Hallebeck and Sarah Huffman a rest on that back line today. Rebecca Moros and Emily Menges will get the starting nod, along with Nikki Marshall and Steph Catley. 4 mids, Tobin Heath, Vero, Amber Brooks, and Allie Long. Captain Sink and Alex Morgan are up top. And oh man, are those 2 forwards due. Beautiful afternoon for soccer here, Janine. Mid-70s, winds light out of the northwest at about 6 miles an hour, a threat of rain, but it beats that 95-degree heat we were anticipating, huh?
This is perfect soccer weather. If I could, I'd go down and I'd play. It feels so good.
Both clubs huddling for last-minute instructions from their respective coaches. I'm speaking the obvious, but an absolute must-win, in my estimation anyway, for the Portland Thorns, while Kansas City, rock solid in second place, probably doesn't have that sense of urgency, but the Blues will come out firing.
We're looking for points. We need those 3. If we don't do it now, it just gets near impossible.
Kansas City at 10-4-3, solidly in second place at 33 points. The Thorns at 6-6-4, 22 points, but only 3 points away from tying Chicago for that coveted and final playoff spot in league play. Portland tying Chicago 1-1 in their last match on the road. The tying goal that caught Portland in the 86th minute, handball and a PK tied it. Kansas City coming off a 5-0 shellacking against Sky Blue, and after that game is when Lauren Cheney fell ill. Hours afterwards, they thought at first it was maybe dehydration or heat stroke, but now FC Kansas City just saying she will not be playing today for an undisclosed illness. FC Kansas City, Janine, with 7 straight wins coming into this match. Unbeaten in their last 9, haven't lost in 2 months.
Hopefully they're feeling a little bit tired and complacent. That's what I'm going for.
Okay, we'll take that. Fans settling in. And we are underway. It's Military Appreciation Night presented by the Army National Guard. Thorns heading south towards the Mac Club, looking to strike first.
This is a nice combination play so far between Sink and Alex. So it looks like they are coming out trying to combine and go forward. We're in the offensive third. Early in the game, that's exactly what we wanted to see them do.
Lapel, but able to keep Sink from dispossessing. And this is a very solid Kansas City club up and down the pitch. They can score a lot of goals, but they are also noted for their rock-solid defense. It's a tall order for this Portland Thorns club today. Third and final time these clubs will meet. Portland won game one. It was the home opener for the Thorns way back when in April by the score of 3-1. Jess McDonald with goals in the 84th and 88th minutes to nail down the victory. And then most recently, at the end of June, FC Kansas City won on their home turf 1-0. Portland active. Ellie Long trying to control. Leaves it, but there's Sinclair. She'll come out of the scrum. Looking for Morgan up top, but she couldn't get ahead on it. Great job by Allie to dispossess, and that ball stays in play. Here comes Long. She'll push forward inside the 18. Alex will try to control. She'll leave it. Vero, clever. And there's the first goal of the game. 3 minutes in. Oh, there's your fast start, baby. Boquete with their second goal for the Thorns.
You could really see great ball movement, like I said before, from the beginning of the game, and they continued it. They worked the ball well, found each other, the nice layoff, and the classic finish.
That is the first goal that Nicole Barnhart has given up in what seems like forever. She came into this match with 6 straight clean sheets, and boom, Vero finds the back of the net.
That was a beautiful shot. Placed it nicely in the corner. She really finished it like a professional.
Ellie Long got that thing started, keeping that ball alive, dancing on the sideline, finding Alex Morgan, who settles it into Vero, and bam, Portland with the 1-0 lead. Here comes FC Kansas City. Look out. Ooh, Rodriguez had some pace on that goal, but off frame.
Nadine had it covered, so she was in a good position to really cut down the angle, and she didn't really give her too much of the goal that was exposed.
I'll tell you what, Janine, when Portland and this Blues club meet, you can expect a bunch of goals. You can just toss all of the stats out, but know that it's going to be exciting. No lead is safe. Goals will be scored.
This is more exciting than that other game that happened earlier today.
You don't even want to know you don't know the result, do you?
No,
all right,
don't tell me.
I do know it, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to ruin it for you. Tobin leaves it wide. There's Catley. She'll send it in. Long trying to collect. Ooh, clever.
Great little touch by Allie Long to try to keep it alive, but also play Sink in more onto goal.
Love the fact that Sink is roaming around that 18 and the 6 where she's so dangerous. Vero back tap to Tobin. Vero looking to collect, slots it through. Long, tag teamed. Beautiful ball by Vero, and Allie made a nice run, but good defense by those defensive backs.
Portland has come out with a little bit better sense of urgency this game. You can see the runs off the ball. We talked about it last game, that they weren't quite as dynamic as they needed to be, but there's better movement, better interchange as well.
There's Gorey, the Australian international who will get the starting nod for Lauren Cheney. Gorey's nickname is Minnie Haha. She stands at 4'9". They don't even give her 5 love. FC Kansas City. And so you know she's 4'9", maybe even 4'8".
She's not even 4'9".
Probably not, but here she is, and I'm telling you, she's on the Australian national team. She's a player. FC Kansas City gives it away.
Vero has such confidence on the ball, such composure and the ability to do whatever she wants with it.
Wide is Catley. Marked by Lapel, but excuse me, no, that's Robinson, sorry. Alex wanted to turn, leaves it for Heath. Tried to combine there, but the Blues would have none of it. Still Portland keeping it in its offensive third. Defenders getting high. Nice job there by Timrak. How about Seattle losing last night for the first time all year?
I was not sad to see that.
I was very sad because it came against Chicago, darn it. That's the club we're chasing.
That's true.
It's the one time I was cheering for Seattle.
It's just so hard.
Timrak. Ooh. Sarah Hagen getting punished there. What a difference Sarah Hagen can make. Obviously has only been with the team for just a little bit, a couple of games. This is her third after joining the team from Germany, but had 2 goals against Sky Blue last time out. Here's the dangerous Timrak. Steal of last year's draft, that is for sure. Rookie of the year last season. Wow.
That was well covered by Anger. She had no problem with that one.
I like where Timrak was looking, though. Well struck, but Angerer just took away the angle.
She would have had it. If it was on frame, she would have had that ball.
So Seattle's unbeaten run to start the season over now at 16 games after the Red Stars beat them 1-0. That's a huge victory for Chicago. That's why today's game's so critical for Portland.
It becomes a story of the different stages of the season. You have the beginning, things change, come in the middle, and then toward the end as things are winding down, you never know what's going to happen.
A direct style there. Portland's defense. Late whistle there, and Gorey will be whistled for that foul. It was the correct call. (1-0). The Portland Thorns getting a goal in the 3rd minute by Vero with some great ball handling that started with Allie Long, who found Alex Morgan, and Vero puts it away. So for the 3rd straight game, Janine, Portland playing with the lead. Let's see if they can build upon it and finish it.
Hopefully this continues to give them the confidence. They know they can score, and just give that confidence to the defensive line as well, and so that they continue that team play.
And what's interesting about Vero's goal too is that it's Portland's first goal in terms of run of play. This is the first in 3 games.
They were a little bit unlucky in previous games. They had chances,
yes.
They just couldn't put them away, so they are creating opportunities.
Those 2 goals against Chicago at home came from set pieces, and then of the penalty kick in the 1-1 tie against Chicago. Timrak, dangerous ball, dangerous ball. Oh, and missing wide there. Boy, that was a ball that you got to think that FC Kansas City would like back. Buskowski always so dangerous, always flying around the goal. That would have been her first goal of the season, but she will get high for you, and she just barely missed tying this thing up.
Talk about difference makers. She's been one for Kansas City, that's for sure.
I agree. One of Riley's favorites, that's for sure. Paul had her in Philly. Same with A-Rod. understands the beauty, especially of a Buskowski. There's the kind of field general you and I were talking about in terms of, you know, grabbing a teammate by the throat, saying, not on my watch, we're going to win every ball.
Exactly, the energy that you have, but then you also give to your teammates.
Sink winning that battle, leaves it for Heath. Beautiful header, but offside flag will go up as Allie had released a little too soon.
Unfortunately, we saw the graphic and she was off by 1 shoe length.
You really don't want me to tell you who won the World Cup finale?
You can, but then I'd have to hurt you.
All right, then mum's the word. Oh, look at Heath.
He's got a little bit of bite down there.
Coleman hit the turf, but here we go, and here's Allie Long, right outside the 18.
Allie Long just looks so much more comfortable up there.
Barrow, you can hear the collective whoa from the crowd here, still filing in.
That was a nice little attempt at placing that shot.
Yep.
Very subtle.
A little upper 90 action there, huh?
Yeah, you don't have to hit everything hard. The defense is stepping up well. That was Marshall closing her down. She did a great job. It's a different energy, it looks like, from the Thorns today.
Moros and Menges getting the starting nod today. Portland with such a brutal July, such a long stretch of games. Pretty for Hagen. Ooh. Oh, from distance, Angerer just kind of stood there and thought, boy, I hope that either hits the crossbar or sails over me, and it was the former. Almost a game tire.
Perhaps a little too comfortable from Anger. She's a little high off her line, got caught, maybe a little too high up, and thought, oh no, that's over. Might have to check the distance on where she's starting from.
They call her Apple from Appleton, Wisconsin, and Hagen, who had 2 goals again. I want to reiterate, she's coming off a brace in that victory over Sky Blue, almost tied it up. And here's Alex Morgan taking on Robinson. Alex won't quit. Taken down. Play on.
It's good. I like it. I tell you, she's got a little bite today.
On the counter. Here comes Hagen. Trying to get past the speeding Menges. The rookie does a nice job right there, huh?
That's great defending. Not only to close her down, but win the ball, keep possession, and get us forward.
Alex tries to touch it down off the chest to herself, but there's Lapelbit.
I tell you, this Thorns team, there's just a little something different. There's just that spark, that realization maybe that they need those 3. It's about winning, about playing well, but they need a result. They really do.
Yep. And you know, you're happy to pick up points any way you can, but a tie won't do it. Kansas City so solidly in 2nd place. They always play hard. I mean, Andonovski has his team ready always, but Portland, this isn't desperation, but it still is a must-win situation with games running out. Sinclair almost wins that turnover. Gorey battling. And again, Portland doing a great job of knocking Kansas City off its perch. Sinclair just couldn't track it. Make the most of your morning with a freshly brewed McCafe coffee, always just $1 for any size, and made with 100% Arabica beans. Pair it with the 300-calorie Egg McMuffin sandwich. McDonald's. Good day start here. Good job by Coleman stepping in front of that pass from Heath. And FC Kansas City can get going in a hurry the other way. Marshall again, rock solid to start this game defensively.
Nice to see her step up on A-Rod and really take that ball away.
Barrow just kind of shovels it to Heath. Tries to step aside from Buskowski. Beautiful job there on the dummy, and Alex is going to leave it wide for Catley. Crossing pass, Alex, bam! And I mean bam in the 15th minute. Morgan, what a ball from Kelly. Alex Morgan with the finish.
Great ball into the sideline, gets down, crosses the ball into the middle. Alex, fabulous timing, is right in the best position to finish that ball. What a great goal.
What a finish by Alex Morgan. Oh, that's pretty.
That is really good football going on.
Catley seems to get more and more secure at each and every game, the young Australian, and was that a ball?
That was just all the way around. Everybody did a great job on that. From the ball to the outside, the service in, and Alex's finish.
And again, I just can't emphasize, you're doing this against Nicole Barnhart, who comes into this match with 6 straight clean sheets. 585 minutes, Janine, coming into the match of nothing finding the back of the net and getting past her.
And Sauerbraun and Lepelevit in front of her. I mean, she's solid. She's got some people.
Look at that, Moros. Just knocking Timrak down, and here comes Portland again. Sink. Beautiful ball. Tough touch there by Alex. Now, I know at some point you're going to say, that 2-0 lead is the toughest, aren't you? Just go ahead and say it now.
I just thought that. That's scary.
Just get it out of the way now. The 2-0 lead is the most, okay.
You're worrying me.
No, I just don't, I'm bringing it up so that we're not going to talk about it again today, okay?
Okay. Well, we won't if they put another one in right here.
Fine. What a start for the Thorns. An electric start. We haven't seen this all year.
They're going through Kansas City like they're standing still.
Now, in game 1, we saw a finish like this when McDonald had that brace in the final, what, 4 or 5 minutes to win it. But we haven't seen a start like this. Look at Vero just dancing around Gorey.
I think they rose to the challenge. I think it might not even be the points and all that, but they're playing the #2 team who's playing well. So what better situation do you want to be in than go out there and play a great team? That really pumps you up if nothing else does.
Tight spacing there results in a counter as Portland gives it up, and Kansas City looking to get back into this thing in the 18th minute, trailing 2-0. A team that has not lost, people, since May 14th. They've had a couple of ties sprinkled in there, but they haven't lost since May 14th. That's how well FC Kansas City is playing.
And I think we frustrated them a little. You can see that ball over the top, tried to play in. A-Rod got a little upset about it. She's a little frustrated.
Riley said that he wrote on the board in the locker room, no regrets, leave it out there. And so far so good. I know it's early, and Portland has not been able to hold on to leads as of late. But I like the start. I sure like the start.
I do too. I'm excited.
Look at Nadine.
It's like the perfect
Look at that
ball.
hustle. Look at that hustle by Heath. Absolutely outworking Coleman, and here's Sink on this near sideline.
Those are two great players battling each other right there.
Isn't it great to see Amy Lepelvet healthy again, out on the pitch? Gosh, series of injuries, just unlucky. Such a great defender.
I love the challenge. I love to see those two, all the best players playing against each other. It's wonderful to see women's soccer here in Portland, and just the best you can possibly imagine.
Moros. Poke checked away, and it'll be another throw-in for the Thorns, who lead it 2-0 with goals in the 3rd and 15th minute. Vero and Morgan, respectively. Sink looking to set somebody up. Alex goes down. Just kind of got caught going the other way. Timrak does such a great job of getting folks set up, sends it wide. Richmond has some room. How much is, I'm gonna, again, you take a player out of the lineup, you know, who's normally in there and scoring goals for you, Lauren Holiday, who is ill with the 7 goals and the 4 assists. How much can that affect FC Kansas City?
It depends on how much they really always rely on her. They know she's good, but they have some other great weapons in their arsenal that they can use. I mean, you've got A-Rod up top, so what else does she bring? And I'm sure she brings a lot because she is that worker in the middle. But you'd hope with this team that plays together so much that they know each other, that someone fills in and says, look, I got this for you today. I'm going to be there.
A-Rod, of course, with those 10 goals, just 1 off the lead. A lot will be expected. Beautiful job by Sinclair. Oh, I like that combination effort by Morgan and Sinclair. Almost worked. Credit Kansas City, good D. Ooh,
there's some really good subtle running that's going on. Sinclair makes the fake. She knows Morgan's behind her. These women know where each other are. They're playing, they're clicking, they're working together. I mean, this is what team play is all about.
Richmond dancing right at Unger. So again, we watch a Portland Thorns club, Janine, with those 5 missing pieces to start the season, whether it's injuries, waiting for players to come from their responsibilities overseas. Everyone is together now. Is there enough time to get on the same page?
Definitely. I think you're seeing it right now. I think it's happening. From the beginning, it's just a little different. So they've gotten that 2 games in, that they've been able to click and put it in a game situation, not just practice, but put it out in the field, and it's coming out.
Smart play by Moros, and there's Catley, the natural lefty, finding Alex Morgan. Touches it down. Beautiful tackle by Sauerbrunn. One of the captains of this club. Rock solid is Becky Sauerbrunn, that's for sure. But Portland has had the ball, the momentum. They've got the lead. Look at the work by Heath. I'll take it. I'll take it any day. Coleman goes down. The whistle goes against Tobin. She is showing some energy. Got to get back in the game, though, Tobin.
Now she's having a little bit of a word with the lineswoman. Great defending.
Boy. Morris just takes it right away. And Kansas City returns the favor. Their touch has been a little off to start, the Blues.
They are, and they're a little bit spread, so we're using a little bit of the spaces that we're finding to keep the ball a little bit more, so when they get it, they haven't had the ball as much as we have.
So right now, the top 4 teams in league play: Seattle, FC Kansas City, the Spirit with a big win last night, and the Red Stars, the club that defeated Seattle. So we are chasing, the Portland Thorns are chasing the Red Stars for that 4th and final slot, which makes today's, as the offside flag goes up, today's game critical. We can't emphasize that enough, because after today, only 7 games left, and it's a very tough schedule down the stretch for the Thorns.
It doesn't get any easier between travel and times.
Yep.
They've got a lot of ground to make up. They can do it. It's completely possible, and I think they're working on it. I think you're seeing it here.
All told, in the month of July, the Thorns will play 7 games in some 24 days, traveling 14,000 miles, give or take, in terms of round trip travel. So you gotta win at home. Not an easy thing to do for the Thorns as of late. Coleman. Moros would have none of it.
More great defending from her. She's patient. She sees the ball. She's got great footwork. She keeps the player in front of her, steps in, wins it, and again, keeps possession, gets us going.
Allie takes it away from Gorey. Marshall wants some help and finds Moros. Moros making her 10th start of the season, and she looks good. Barrow will get things started. There's Catley.
Looks like Tobin and Vero are on the same page. Vero gave her a little signal across. Tobin saw her, switched the point of attack.
Great hustle play there by Moros to flag that down. Into the 18. Sink had no chance. Kansas City has had a couple of decent chances, including Hagen's shot that went off the crossbar that kind of crossed up Angerer from distance. So the 2-0 lead still stands in Portland's favor. We're in the 26th minute. Kansas City settling down now. Playing a little better defense, and it is showing that they've got an uphill climb. Erica Timrak is just all over the pitch. She has been the glue for Kansas City so far. There's a turnover there, and Vero. Tough ball there for Morgan to handle. Gorey wants to turn. Step it in front, though, nicely.
We got a little lucky on that one. Nikki Marshall lost her footing, but had enough time to catch up to it.
Morgan showing that foot speed. She'll have to flag it down to keep it alive. And Morgan goes down hard.
That's a little unfortunate because she got forward, but our numbers, we didn't have enough numbers in the attack. We're really 1v4. She didn't have a lot of options. Held up the ball, and when you hold the ball, someone's likely to try to kick you.
Which just happened.
Yes.
So a throw in, or excuse me, penalty obviously going against FC Kansas City. So here comes the free kick. Vero, this is going to be interesting. Header just wide by Sinclair. Kind of gave a little nod to Vero. Nicely done. The flick header just off frame.
It was a nice driven ball from Vero into Sink, and she just tried to put it far post. She was a little bit past the near post, which made it tough. I thought maybe we were going to get a little deflection on that one, another corner.
Threat of rain here in Portland and thunderstorms. Seen a little electrical action in the distance.
In the sky, too, not just on the field.
Not just on the field. There's Gorey. Brooks, who you said might be a key to the game, is getting more and more active as the match progresses.
Sometimes it's the intangibles too. Even though she hasn't been in every play, you know, you give that sense of strength and stability when you have someone in front of you. So our defenders might feel a little bit more confident in the back. They do. They look good. So it might be part of that from Amber Brooks.
Morgan again wide to Catley. This has worked nicely for the Thorns so far. Smacks it off of Robinson. There's the first real rumble of thunder. Catley with some room. Beautiful ball inside to Alex. Oh! Unlucky for Morgan, off the post.
We need
crossbar, excuse me.
We need the goal line technology on that one.
Wow, no kidding, it came straight down, but I think it was the right call in terms of a no goal. It was a tough angle for Alex. She almost came up with a nifty goal.
It's a great run from Alex Morgan. Before the game, Paul Riley talked about Alex Morgan's running and trying to get her to run less north, south, and more east, west. And she's doing that. She got in, kind of slotted across, found the serve, and got an opportunity.
Quick start by FC Kansas City. Hagen, Portland's done a nice job of keeping her from touches. Dangerous here for Gorey. Looking to get on the board is Kansas City.
You can see in the buildup we got a little bit misnumbered. on the switch, we're getting a little bit caught. Our defenders aren't sliding over. So they ended up having a few more players, and then we just got kind of turned around.
Gorey did a terrific job of making sure that Portland paid on the turnover. Gorey with her first goal of the season. And there's FC Kansas City not letting up, taking advantage of a defensive mishap. And there's Minnehaha with their first goal. Just a beautiful ball to beat Angerer.
You can see where the keeper didn't really have a chance. She's unmarked. It's an open shot for her. So we really have to talk about, again, the organization of the defense not getting caught in transition.
And the last thing you want to do is give this Blues club reason to believe they are that talented.
They are. You're not going to just stop them for 90 minutes without trying. So the Portland Thorns are doing a good job. Got to reach back. They had a meeting after the goal. They got together, talked about a few things, so hopefully they solved that problem on the field, shut it down so it won't happen again.
It was so interesting because Morgan almost had the brace, and then moments later, so instead of 3-0, moments later, it's Gorey with her first goal of the season for the Blues, and now we've got ourselves a game.
It can change on a dime, that's for sure. And I know you don't want to hear it again, but that 2-0 is just, it's a killer.
Well,
and that's why.
I got you.
We're 2-1.
All right.
In the 32nd minute.
Alex knocked off the ball nicely by the Blues. Hagen knocked to the turf. She is grabbing the back of her right ankle.
Amber Brooks disagrees with the call, but sometimes you got to go just a little bit strong on them to say, hey, we're still here. You're not going to just walk through us.
So Hagen getting up very gingerly and limping on that right ankle. Brooks whistled for the foul. Did you see a yellow come out? I didn't see a yellow. I was watching Brooks, or Hagen. Okay.
I don't think she even spoke to her, so that's
okay.
Could be good, could be bad.
So Hagen's going to run it off. And with Cheney out of the lineup with that illness, Kansas City cannot afford to have a player like Hagen go to the sideline with a faulty Achilles or heel or, ankle, something like that. But she's still in. Hagen right there, combining with Sauerbrunn. This is not a Blues club that will ever, and I mean ever, panic.
Good step from Amber Brooks.
Long. Tries to win that ball. Nice slide there by Buskowski. And here comes FC Kansas City on the right side of that pitch. Ball inside. Hagen collects. Hagen dancing. Leaves it. Oh! Rodriguez just misses a chance on the feed. Right in front of the 6.
Mangus really needs to stay on her feet during that play. She lets the shot get off. She goes down. She kind of tripped a little bit, but she's got to get her feet underneath her to keep up with the speed of that player, to not allow that ball to go across.
FC Kansas City smelling a little bit of blood, and they have really put it on the Portland Thorns defense. A beautiful ball that time. And Rodriguez just couldn't catch up with it. I thought Hagen was going to get a shot off myself.
I thought so too. I was happy for it, and I was happy A-Rod was a little bit behind the play that she couldn't get that, sneak that foot in.
Barnhart way off the line, respecting the speed of Alex Morgan. Alex making some good runs. 2-1 here in the 34th minute. A fun first half.
Looks like we've relaxed just a little bit. I think a couple players are a little bit on their heels coming out. Alex Morgan tried to pressure the top. Tobin Heath then went out, but we were a little bit late on the outside with the pressure.
The 2014 CONCACAF Champions League tournament comes to Portland when the Timbers host CD Olympia of Honduras on Tuesday, September 16th. Tickets on sale now, starting at $27. Seating is limited, so reserve yours today at timbers.com. So if we're back on our heels just a bit, what needs to change?
Boy, that's a tough one. It really is that sense of urgency, that sense that there's a job and it's not done until the game's over. We can't just have those moments where we allow things to happen. I think we have to keep going after the game, keep going forward.
Timrak getting past Vero.
That's a good step by Catley.
Catley stepping in, as you said. And there's Vero controlling at midfield. Tough ball. But Long comes up with it. Here's Sink. Maybe from distance with that left foot. Oh, again on that crossbar. Are you kidding me? The Thorns denied again. First it was Alex Morgan, then Sinclair with a blast from distance. Left foot beating Barnhart, but the hardware keeps her away.
Is it golf or soccer that's a game of inches? I can never remember.
Both, I guess, right?
I think so.
Both clubs finding the crossbar today. Twice for the Thorns, once for FC Kansas City. Wow. Leaving it, Hagan looking for the equalizer. Whew. We talk about finishing, Janine. We're getting our chances.
We are. We're still lucky to get the chances at this moment, because if you've seen a little bit, our defense has loosened a little bit. Their defense has tightened. We had the spaces in the beginning of the game. We got through. We had good movement with and without the ball. And now there's not as much space.
Sinclair did a really nice job of reading a little bit of just a smidgen in that FC Kansas City defense to get that left-footed shot off.
She does. She can see everything. She's got such great vision. She knows where she is because she's pre-planning. Before she gets the ball, she knows what she wants to do.
I like that. Hagan, what a beautiful ball. Gorey. Gorey, just wide. And Minongerer came wide off her line, and Gorey was looking for the brace. Wow.
Our center backs are getting a little bit mismatched with each other. They're getting caught together too much. They have to play with complementary, basically, so that if someone's pressuring, someone's covering.
Gorey starting for the ill Lauren Cheney, already has a goal, almost had a brace, has been very good in a rare starting role for this Blues club. Nicely done for the Australian. Benefactor. 38th minute. The weather cooperating as of the moment, and it's a pretty darn good day for soccer. Long forcing the turnover, and now Tobin will collect. Moros. Keith getting past Coleman. Just for a moment, though, leaving it for Long. Can she collect? No, she cannot.
The Thorns are still looking again for that space. In the build-up to this last play, everything kind of was spread apart. We brought the ball. Portland Thorns brought the ball to the outside. They had the space. Portland had the space, but then it closed down again. They're trying to look for it. I think the Thorns need to just pull it out a little bit, work the ball. When they get compact like that, when Kansas City gets compact like that, people can't find anything. You can't find the opportunities that you're looking for.
Spacing has been a bit of an issue these last 10 minutes, that's for sure. Richmond will send it wide. I think that's Vero down on the pitch, and the yellow is going to go against Richmond.
Yellow card given to FC Kansas City, number 7, Jenna Richmond. Richmond
Wow.
given the caution card for FC Kansas City.
Caution card on that tackle that had no chance. Dangerous tackle to be sure. 2-1. The Thorns with early goals to take the 2-0 lead. But then Gorey with the goal in around the 30th minute gets the Blues right back in it. And that's where we stand. Sinclair dancing. Sinclair.
That's an incredible effort by Sinclair. I think one of the things the Thorns are seeing is that service into their point, the person that's holding it up. Play the ball into Alex. Alex holds it. Sink runs off of Alex, gets the ball back from her. She does a great job to get through 2 defenders. That's some great footwork by her and ball handling skills. That's where the space is. That's how they're finding the space and what worked in the beginning.
Collision between Sinclair, who you mentioned, got through 2 defenders, but Barnhart coming way off her line to deny Sink any kind of shot on goal.
That was the biggest, most dangerous defender, that one in green in the back.
Yep, you're not kidding. Spoken like a true keeper. Morgan doing a nice job to dispossess, but then FC Kansas City keeps battling. You'd expect nothing less from Buskowski. Creates the turnover. Hey folks, fly Alaska Airlines nonstop from Portland to over 30 cities, including new flights to Salt Lake City. Explore more, spend less at alaskaair.com. Beautiful header down to Morgan. Can she beat 3 defenders? And again, a foul going against FC Kansas City. Another yellow will go against the Blues.
Lepelobet just had something to say. Got a little bit of an arm on her way by.
Did
Lepelobet get that yellow?
FC Kansas City, number 17.
Yep.
Andy Lepelobet. Lepelobet with the caution card for FC Kansas City.
Here's a great opportunity for the Thorns. That foul and yellow going against Lepelobet. And here, right outside of the 18, the Portland Thorns here in the 43rd minute. Barnhart has her wall set up, barking instructions. Sink, Vero, Heath looming over the ball. Even Catley in the vicinity.
Trying to pull a little bit of a fast one on them, dropping back and then stepping up to catch them off sides. That was sneaky.
Heath high on that attempt, and quickly FC Kansas City gets that ball right back in play. Beautiful job by Long. Long, 1v1, Long, Ellie Long in the 43 minute.
That was a great play. What composure by those players.
What a great finish by Long, but the setup was even better. What a ball by Sinclair. Long.
Again, Long steps up to win the ball. She gets the ball back for us, for the Thorns, gives it to Sink. Sink lays off a nice ball, and the composure in the box against Barnhart to hit that ball home is amazing.
Sinclair's first assist of the season. Ellie Long, that's her 7th goal of the year. And that is huge. In the 43rd minute, Morgan. Boy, in the nick of time, there's Coleman stepping in front. All right, we're back at that 2-goal lead. I'll take it. That's a heck of a finish this late in the first half.
I didn't want to say it, but it is. We will take it. You and I will take anything, right?
What a first half. And again, always fireworks when these two clubs tee it up. Goals aplenty.
That's some good defending by Allie Long. separates it right off the ball.
How about the start of Amber Brooks that allows Long to be more attack-minded? You talked about that in the pregame. We're seeing that today?
She looks good. She looks good and comfortable, effective. I'm just amazed. I'm grateful that she's able to step up and be the player that she is, that we all know that she is, and make that impact.
Stoppage time is presented by LaRogue Brothers Jewelers, Portland's original engagement ring store. And we are in stoppage time. 1 minute.
1 minute. Added time in the first half. 1 minute.
3-1. The Thorns with the lead, looking to add to it. Heath in tight quarters.
And not in a hurry.
Smart. Heath into the box. Morgan with the flick hitter. Right at Barnhart. Just didn't have the pace.
That's nice. That's what the Thorns need to do. Have some maturity on the ball. Take their time. Then, when the Thorns find an opportunity, serve the ball.
Heath out battling Gorey to win that ball. And here's Catley. See if the Thorns can get one more shot on frame. They're going to be patient, to your point, Janine.
There's that extra added piece in Tobin Heath. It's nice to see out there.
Everybody taking their time here. Only 1 minute of stoppage time. And that shall do it. The crowd here at Providence Park celebrating the Thorns' first half effort. A 3-1 Portland lead over FC Kansas City here at the break. The Thorns enjoying a hefty lead. That doesn't happen often, and it was a great team effort by everybody on the pitch today. 3-1, we're at halftime here at Providence Park, and our halftime festivities will commence in just a moment.
What does one serve the best basketball player in the world? The new Bacon Clubhouse sandwich, of course. 100% pure beef or chicken on a new artisan roll, all with our famous Big Mac special sauce. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's.
You should serve it to everyone.
If anyone objects to this marriage...
I object! You paid too much for that ring! This family has bought all our diamonds from the LaRogue brothers for over 100 years, not some chain store. LaRogue's has the lowest prices on GIA-certified diamonds and 2 years interest-free financing. You even paid for a warranty! But... nice girl.
LaRogue Brothers. With age comes wisdom.
Open up your arms and feel the sunlight on your skin. Cross your fingers, it won't leave you. That this feeling never ends. Never looking in the rear view. We've never had a time with the sunshine in your hair and your lover in your eyes. You're the stars up in the night sky.
You wake up. Your back hurts. Again. You need a new mattress, but hate shopping for one. Just go to a Park Lane. Crafted in Oregon. Sold only in Park Lane stores at a true minimum price. They'll match the way you sleep to the park lanes best for you. Delivered in 2 trucks. The blue one only delivers fresh, just-made park lanes. The green one only hauls old mattresses to recycling. Enjoy every night on a park lane. Rest well for years to come.
See the best in women's soccer right here in the Rose City. Catch U.S. star Alex Morgan, University of Portland grad Christine Sinclair, reigning FIFA Player of the Year Nadine Angerer, and the rest of the defending NWSL champion Portland Thorns all summer long at Providence Park. We're at halftime at Providence Park. The Portland Thorns leading FC Kansas City 3-1. Goals by Vero, Alex Morgan, Ellie Long. And that's where we stand with a 3-1 lead for the Portland Thorns. You know, we're all about letting you get to know the Portland Thorns just a little bit better on a personal note. So a lot of times we're going to do halftime features that allow you to do just that. This halftime feature is all about irrational fears. You know what I'm talking, like a fear of heights. That's my irrational fear. As far as the Portland Thorns are concerned, they're going to let you know about their irrational fears.
My most irrational fear? Irrational fear. Well, one probably is that when I'm driving, even if it's just a tiny little stop, I throw out the mom arm. And I'm like convinced this person's gonna go through the window. I mean, I smack people trying to block them, probably hurting them more than they actually would be.
I kind of have this huge fear of boa constrictors, and I feel, or pythons, I think they are. And I keep hearing about people like letting them go, and like in Florida, there's like all these pythons. And so I'm like terrified that I'm gonna come across one and get strangled and die.
I always wake up feeling that I missed a whole class. I'm not in school anymore, so it doesn't make sense. But like I wake up in the middle of the night, or it must like obviously connect to something else, but I still feel like I'm in school and I missed a test or I missed something, and I have to remind myself that I haven't been in school for like 2 years.
I'm really scared of sharks and fire. I don't know why. And I'm scared of like falling. Just randomly. Like I run around on a soccer field, I'm fine. I never think about that. But then, like, what if you step off the curb and roll your ankle? That sounds awful to me.
I don't think it's irrational, but I'm petrified of bugs. You know, you name it, I'm scared of it. In our last national team trip, myself and my roommate had cockroaches. You know, that just, yeah.
I love the beach, but I'm scared of what's in there when I can't see the water. I love it, I love swimming, but I guess I would say that's a fear, for sure.
Probably that someone's gonna like grab me from underneath my bed before I go to sleep.
I'm a crazy food person. I will check all of the labels. Like, you will never ever find anything expired in my house, because like the worst fear for me is getting food poisoning or like a stomach virus. Oh, it's my worst nightmare.
Okay, I got it. Sharks, bugs, missing a class, food poisoning. What is your most irrational fear? Tell you what, FC Kansas City has got to be fearing a 3-1 deficit. The Portland Thorns leading the Blues. We are at halftime, and Janine and I will be back in just a moment to break down what happened in the Thorns' favor in just a moment.
Hey sports fans, do you want to get in shape? Text LA Fitness to 50500 for a complimentary guest pass to your local LA Fitness. That's LA Fitness to 50500. Exercise your options.
What does one serve the best basketball player in the world? The new Bacon Clubhouse sandwich, of course. 100% pure beef or chicken on a new artisan roll, all with our famous Big Mac special sauce. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's.
You should serve it to everyone.
Here's your chance to win big and give back to the community at the same time. Buy your ticket for the AC Portland 50-50 raffle at every Timbers and Thorns home game. 50% of the jackpot benefits AC Portland and the Portland Timbers Community Fund. AC Portland's mission is empowering students to lead healthy lives, succeed academically, and inspire positive community engagement. To participate, just look for the 50-50 signs at your next Timbers or Thorns home game, or visit timbers.com/5050.
Alaska Airlines invites you to explore more flora and fauna. Explore more hot spots or more cold ones. Explore more hole in the wall. With the 35 amazing destinations Alaska Airlines flies out of Portland, you can explore more. And with Alaska's low fares, you can spend less doing it. Explore more, spend less. Alaska Airlines.
Back at Providence Park, we are moments away from the start of the second half kickoff between the host Portland Thorns and FC Kansas City. The Thorns leading this match 3-1 at halftime, starting this match off quickly with 2 quick goals, only to see FC Kansas City come back with a goal of their own, Gorey with the tally, and then, of course, Long's goal late in the first half, making it 3-1 in favor of the Portland Thorns. And shots joined by Janine Sparrow. Okay, now Janine, let's break down this first half and talk about it in terms of difference-making opportunities and players for the Portland Thorns at this point.
The big differences, we talk about big differences, we spoke about the space. You can see when the space was opened up in the beginning of the game, closed down a little bit, opened up again. As far as the details of the game and individuals, Morrow stepped up. You had a couple other people that stepped up. Heath laid down a good tackle. Alex Morgan laid down a good tackle. She was chasing the ball. Those things spark your teammates. Those things tell people, hey, come on, let's go. And you could see more than one person doing that, and that makes a difference for the entire team.
When Portland was scoring goals, a lot of balls, keeping the ball alive along the sidelines, the little things that make a difference.
Correct. Allie Long wins the ball on the outside, gets us forward, we get a goal. She wins it again in the middle, gives it to Sink, Sink gives it back to her, she has composure, finishes, it's great. That's the kind of thing that they needed that maybe they weren't always getting or they didn't notice in each other. It's hard to see.
So now Vero and Morgan score to make it 2-0, and then Gorey gets FC Kansas City back in it. Nice to see Portland not go sideways, but get that third goal.
That's such a great point. They haven't done it before. They've needed to do it. Hopefully this gives them even more confidence.
All right, so that's where we stand at halftime. We've got one more halftime segment coming up. The Portland Thorns leading FC Kansas City 3-1 here at Providence Park.
You wake up. Your back hurts. Again. You need a new mattress, but hate shopping for one. Just go to a Park Lane. Crafted in Oregon. Sold only in Park Lane stores at a true minimum price. They'll match the way you sleep to the Park Lane's best for you. Delivered in 2 trucks. The blue one only delivers fresh, just-made Park Lanes. The green one only hauls old mattresses to recycling. Enjoy every night on a Park Lane. Rest well for years to come.
If anyone objects to this marriage,
I object! You paid too much for that ring! This family has bought all our diamonds from the LaRogue brothers for over 100 years, not some chain store. LaRogue's has the lowest prices on GIA-certified diamonds and 2 years interest-free financing. You even paid for a warranty! But, nice girl.
LaRogue Brothers. With age comes wisdom.
Alaska Airlines invites you to explore more flora and fauna. Explore more hot spots or more cold ones. Explore more holes in the wall. With the 35 amazing destinations Alaska Airlines flies out of Portland, you can explore more. And with Alaska's low fares, you can spend less doing it. Explore more, spend less. Alaska Airlines.
What does one serve the best basketball player in the world? The new Bacon Clubhouse sandwich, of course. 100% pure beef or chicken on a new artisan roll, all with our famous Big Mac special sauce. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's.
You should serve it to everyone.
Here's your chance to win big and give back to the community at the same time. Buy your ticket for the AC Portland 50-50 raffle at every Timbers and Thorns home game. 50% of the jackpot benefits AC Portland and the Portland Timbers Community Fund. AC Portland's mission is empowering students to lead healthy lives, succeed academically, and inspire positive community engagement. To participate, just look for the 50-50 signs at your next Timbers or Thorns home game or visit timbers.com/5050.
Welcome back to Providence Park. NWSL soccer action with the Portland Thorns leading FC Kansas City 3-1 at halftime. And shots along with Janine Spera. So we've got a Portland Thorns club, Janine, that started very quickly, took a punch from FC Kansas City on Gorey's goal to get back in it, and then delivers their own counterpunch to lead it with Long's goal late in that first half.
They sure did. They let them back in a little bit. The defense got a little disorganized, but found its footing again, and mostly through some of the energy of some of the players that are playing in front of them.
Portland even had a couple of would-be goals go off the crossbar. I mean, it was an aggressive Portland Thorns attack, and at least 3 goals have found the back of the net.
True, that we're submitting those goals to FIFA for goal line technology to see if they're really good. And I think one of them, Sinclair, seemed most upset that hers wasn't ruled a goal.
Well, you got to give credit to Vero early on, scoring for the Portland Thorns, and I mean in the 3rd minute, getting Portland out of the chutes and feeling good about this match.
She's just so good.
So Vero with the goal in the 3rd minute, and then in the 15th minute, Alex Morgan with the goal, assist Catley. Gorey comes back, scores for FC Kansas City. What did you see Portland do in the last 5 minutes? All coaches say the last 5 and the first 5, right, of halves.
When most goals happen,
all right.
correct.
What did you see Portland do where they started combining a little bit better and spacing a little bit better?
I think they saw the early opportunity. On the ball that got played in up top, you see the space that Morgan had. On the goal where Allie Long steps in, she immediately plays it, they immediately go forward. Those spaces are still open because Kansas City's not ready for it yet, so they capitalized on the opportunities.
All right, so a 3-1 lead. Janine Spera, Portland the last 2 matches has given up leads and settled for ties, not the results they've needed as they chase that 4th and final playoff spot. What must happen in half 2 against this very dangerous FC Kansas City club?
I think the same thing we've kept talking about is come out strong. It's the second half, but sometimes you treat it like a new game. Sometimes you step up and you say, okay, this is 0-0. Let's go after it from the beginning, start anew, and go out and put our stamp on this game. Then they need to do it for the next 44 minutes.
So we're just about ready to start the second half here at Providence Park. Second half underway. It's Military Appreciation Night presented by Army National Guard. The Thorns in their home kits, red stem to stern, heading now towards the Riveter cheering section. FC Kansas City in their road kits with the blue shorts, white shirts, white socks will head towards Mac Club. And it'll be catch-up time for FC Kansas City. This is a club coming into today's match, Janine, having won 7 straight, unbeaten in their last 9. The hottest team in the league after Seattle losing last night puts FC Kansas City as the team to beat.
They are
Hagen.
Not too much there. I think the defense did a great job of staying with her and shutting her down. She had no angle. She didn't have much space. She didn't have really a good opportunity on that one.
Paul Riley challenging his club to absolutely leave everything on the pitch, and that's a full 90 plus stoppage. So far, he has seen some players step up, play their roles well, including Catley here. You mentioned Moros and Menges, Marshall, pretty darn tough. Some defensive lapses, but all in all, a good first half for the Thorns.
Definitely. They've come out. This Kansas City team is a team they're chasing, essentially. They've got the points. They're ahead of them. As you said, they're hot. They're doing really well. And they've answered that challenge. The Thorns have answered that challenge.
A dangerous Blues club. Remember, no Lauren Cheney left behind due to an undisclosed illness. Katrina Gorey getting the starting nod and has a goal. Angerer coming way off the line.
Well played. They look solid. They look solid so far.
Boy, Richmond came bearing down. We know she's got pace, and Angerer knew it. Coming off the line to snuff that chance. Gorey carrying and leaving it. Whoa! Somehow, some way, Hagen got a boot on that ball. Almost flicked it over the head of Angerer.
A little bit of a strange spin on that
Yes.
one. Just caught it the right way to make it odd. The Thorns are having a little trouble keeping up with the runs. They're not pressuring the ball when the ball comes through on the dribbler, which then gets laid off to the runner who's making a good timed run.
Timrak. Flag down there by Buskowski. Beautiful ball to Timrak. No defender there. Dancing around and finally booted out of danger's way. A little lapse defensively there, giving Timrak all kinds of room inside the 18.
I think that was Amber Brooks stepping up and really, again, saying that she's there. She's the one that can anchor that defense, which really is the front of the defense before it gets through.
So the Thorns able to get a goal in the last 5 minutes of the first half. Let's see who dominates the first 5 minutes of the second half. Beautiful ball from Alex to Sinclair. Far sideline, Moros will carry, and she's got some room. There's Allie. Tough touch there by Moros. And FC Kansas City would love to get a counter going.
I'd have liked to see Morris go press that a little bit more, keep driving into the middle and look for herself. She's too unselfish sometimes.
Angerer again.
Remember, it's the ball. The ball has to be over the line, not her feet.
And that was close. And Rodriguez with some speed, and Angerer took it all the way to the limit, didn't she?
Well played. Completely confident FIFA Player of the Year.
Nadine with a solid first half, to be sure. Here's Heath. Portland wants and probably needs more.
Amber Brooks looks like she's trying to get into the attack a little bit.
Dummy play. Long wants to leave it for Sink. There it is. Captain Sink. Wide. Oh, Christine wants that back. She had a wide open chance and is frustrated with herself.
She will see that play again tonight in her dreams.
Great ball from Long. And normally Sinclair buries that ball. It's been that kind of year for Sinclair.
That is some incredible composure by Allie Long to hold the ball up. She pauses, makes all the defense freeze, essentially. They don't know what to do. They make her choose. They didn't know what to choose, allowed space for Sinclair. Sinclair just couldn't put a finish on it.
This place would have come unglued if Sinclair would have scored. She's got the assist today, and that was a combination play with her and Allie Long that had her name written all over it. Barnhart had to have been thinking, uh-oh. But Sink shoots it wide.
Sinclair knew she had to pick a space because Barnhart's good. Sinclair was open. She had essentially a huge goal, but knew that Barnhart can reach a lot. So really tried to pick out her corner. And because she cut it so close, she just unfortunately missed the goal.
Barnhart at 5'10" with a good wingspan. Just one of the best keepers in the world, that's for sure, certainly in this league. We're in the 52nd minute here at Providence Park. Delightful day for soccer. Temperatures in the mid-70s, a light breeze. And the hometown fans loving the score at this point, 3-1. That's the score at half, and that's where we are here in the 53rd minute. Alex trying to run it down. Nice job by Sauerbrunn. She gets up gingerly.
Sinclair and Morgan have worked so well together today. They really have an understanding of where each other are and what they're going to do.
Sauerbrunn getting up gingerly. You see why she's the reigning league defender of the year. She's just awfully tough one-on-one, isn't she?
She is.
Nice job again by the Thorns defense, and Heath leaves it for Long, who's able to flag it and find Catley on this near side. Vero right where she wants it, and she'll carry. Vero, good job by Lapel, but
I think that's the right decision by Vero. Paul Riley also talked about her making choices, passing or dribbling. That's a great opportunity. You're in the middle of the field, about 23 yards away from goal. She takes a couple touches, sets herself up, and goes forward.
So a corner kick for the Portland Thorns. Allie Long with the honors as per usual. Portland's first corner kick. Morris will find Long again. What a ball by Long. Almost slotted it through for Alex, who made a great run.
Inches away.
Yes. Never miss a good deal at your local Northwest McDonald's. Download the MCD app today for exclusive deals delivered right on your smartphone. And get a free sandwich with any purchase just for downloading. Visit mcdapp.com for details.
I think Barnhart's ankle might be a little sore. She's asked Sauerbrunn to come over and take the goal kick.
It was tender. And on the injury report, mentioned as such. Good catch there, Janine. Moros has just been pesky today, hasn't she?
She is. That wascally rabbit.
Yeah, and she's just battling like crazy.
And runs right back in to get back to her position.
We've got a lot of soccer left, but one of Allie Long's better matches. Here's Hagen and the offside flag. Everybody knew that was coming.
I think Allie feels a little relieved. Amber Brooks is doing a great job. Again, it's subtle. You don't always see it, but the thing is you don't always see what doesn't happen. The dangerous plays that aren't happening because Amber Brooks is there and releasing Allie Long, who becomes more of a threat. Now Kansas City has to deal more with Allie Long.
So Van Hallebeck and Huffman and Farley, normal starters for this club as of late anyway, getting a rest today. And the likes of Menges and Moros. Brooks really playing well. Getting the starting nod, doing something with it.
When you get your chance, you've got to make those opportunities. The nice thing with the schedule, Paul Riley is able to do that. He's able to let those players have a rest, put other players in who are quality, and let them show what they can do.
Speaks of the team's depth as well. Here comes Sink. Vero. Mishit that for sure. Tough to get around Leanne Robinson, that's for sure.
She just asked if she could have that one back.
Robinson, Buskowski, Rodriguez, those are the type of players that played under Riley when he was coaching in Philadelphia. He knows their game very, very well. Good job by Moros. Didn't want Timrak to catch up, and now maybe Portland's defense can get a little more organized.
This is one of those points you ask a little bit about momentum. Is there a momentum shift going on? Kansas City has a little bit of an opportunity. So the Thorns need to step up and solidify things, not to let them back in.
Great dummy ball and run there, but Catley would not bite. Alex keeping it alive, wants to find Captain Sink. Foot race with Sauerbrunn. Here's Sinclair. Wants to cut back. Sauerbrunn defending well.
Good choice by Sink. She had a 1v6.
Brooks from distance. Amber looking for her first goal of the year, and I think maybe for a split second surprised Barnhart, but she rallied.
I think she's warming up her leg. That's just her first one. I think she's going to start to come through a little bit more.
Well struck. Gorey tugged at by Long. I am really having a nice time, a fun time watching Katrina Gorey play in Holiday's absence. She's been terrific.
That little midget.
She's a all 4'9".
What was her name? What was her?
Minnehaha.
Minnehaha, that's it. My bad.
Catley. Ooh, in the nick of time. Leanne Robinson was inside the 18. Catley wisely knocks it out of play, and it'll be a Blues throw-in here in the 59th minute. Catley again, nice slide tackle, will just shovel it out of bounds again.
It's a nice relief of pressure for the team. Gives them a chance to reorganize.
There's Moros again. She has been everywhere. The touch to Sink. Knocked off the ball by Lapel, but here comes FC Kansas City. Looking to get back into this thing. Marshall and Moros. Smart play to find Vero right up the gut.
It's a good switch by Moros to go through Vero.
Vero does a great job of keeping that ball on the Thorns side. And Heath on the overlap. Whoa. Yikes.
So we don't have the numbers in that one. The Thorns are 2 versus 6 on that. Allie Long, Alex a little bit slow off the pace.
Morgan will leave it for Heath. Again, a little clogged in the middle there. Morris on the far side, into the 18th.
That's a great ball. Something you want your outside backs to do, to be a threat in a different way. She can bring the ball up, she can serve long.
Rodriguez and Hagen. Two of the most dangerous players in the entire league. Hagen turns the corner. Can't collect the touch.
I think she ran out of field.
She did at that. You know, it's only been a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken, Janine, that Kansas City has given up 3 goals. Once to Portland way back on that home opener for the Thorns at the end of April. And then in their last loss, May 14th against Seattle.
Is that the magic number to beat them?
Yeah, they gave up 3 against Washington as well. But it's not often that they do. This is a number that Portland can play with. Foul's going to go against Heath, and a quick restart by FC Kansas City. Marshall not content to knock it out of bounds, and she'll carry a little bit. to find Alex. Double teamed as you'd expect.
A little tougher coming out of the back when we don't have the numbers forward.
Unlucky for FC Kansas City. That ball clipped Christina Uncle, the ref, and here comes Portland. Vero inside. Allie! What a goal by Allie Long in the 62nd minute!
That is great placement by Allie Long. She has shown so much maturity and skill today. And again, I think it's because she's a little higher and a little more comfortable. She doesn't have to worry as much about the defending responsibilities with Amber Brooks low. Great ball from Vero. Takes a great touch. She knew exactly where she was and exactly what she had to do. She bent it, which basically puts Barnhart in the wrong place. That's the toughest ball because the ball bends exactly where the keeper is, the farthest point away from where they could possibly reach it.
So Allie Long's 7th and 8th goals of the year coming today against FC Kansas City. The brace giving Portland the 4-1 lead as Merritt Mathias checks in for Kansas City. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the most goals this really good Blues club has given up all year long. And this is a lead that Portland can play with, and I don't mean sit on, but I mean play with. Tobin not quitting on that ball. Unlucky for FC Kansas City. They're trying to push forward. The pass goes off of the referee, Uncle, and the Thorns are able to quickly get that into their offensive third, and Long finds the back of the net. That's just unlucky for the Blues.
It is, and those are the things that the breaks of the game, they happen. They happen and you take advantage of it. And the nice thing is the Thorns were able to transition, get the ball, and get something out of it. Get that needed goal.
No question that Buskowski gave Morgan a forearm shiver. Nothing called. Crowd didn't like it. The Thorns with the lead. The Thorns with a rare explosion offensively. You know, they had that 6-1 win at Washington, and everybody thought when that victory happened June 21st that this was the start of the Thorns offense. But then the lid went back on that goal until today.
It could even be 5 or 6. We did have those two off. Thorns did have those two off the crossbar.
Yep. Moros covering a lot of real estate. Moros cuts it back, still staying with it.
It's good. She needs to take on a little bit. She gets all the way up there. If she only serves, people will know she serves and they're ready for that. That way, defenders have to make a choice.
Beautiful ball. Rodriguez can't catch up to it. Angerer. Nice gesture by A-Rod. Angerer off her line.
Not too much of a difficult situation. Thorns had it covered. Angerer was right behind them covering.
Portland Thorn fans, Janine, have been waiting for this type of offensive play for a while now. Mathias, beautiful ball. Oh, look at Angerer, just snatched that away.
Great stretch by Angerer. She was completely extended on that ball. She doesn't go out and commit to trying to catch it. It's most likely a goal.
A great cross that Angerer read and did the full gainer to collect.
She likes to dive.
You ought to know, you trained her in Betos earlier this season, or correct, or at least in the winter months?
I did. I got to train him a little bit, and that's what was said, that she just likes to dive. Angerer just likes to dive. She doesn't really want to step anywhere.
Well, Heath put something on that, but again, FC Kansas City's defense gives one up for the team with the body work there.
This is good. Even though that's a foul, Vero's stepping up. These are the things that we talked about. A player with some spark, a little bit of bite, if you will, getting in there and saying, hey, we're still working hard. I'm not just sitting around not doing anything, being an attacking player. I'm going to help out offensively and defensively.
And to your point, Vero's down on the pitch clapping, let's go, let's go. That's what Riley is looking for.
Exactly. It's what he's looking for because he knows that's what the team needs. He's done so many things in different areas to try to put the team together, get them comfortable, get them playing. And that's one of the things that he spoke about a couple of games ago.
Boskowski, who seems to be everywhere as well, will play on there as Vero gives the forearm shiver to Rodriguez. Nothing called, but here comes FC Kansas City. Sauerbrunn leading the way, holding Sinclair off. And the Blues looking to get back in it here in the second half.
Little bit of momentum. It's getting a little chippy out there, as they say.
Long whistle for that foul. So an interesting scenario developing for FC Kansas City. Again, a club that comes into this match with 30 goals scored, giving up only 17. A very explosive, dangerous club.
It's nice to change their statistics a little.
Yeah, it is. Angerer.
Covered.
So, Janine, if you're the Thorns, as Farley is going to sub in quickly for Portland, Allie Long will be coming off the pitch. She'll get a nice hand, having scored 2 goals today. What a match for Allie Long. She's been really, really terrific today.
She's been the player we all know she can be, that we were able to see. She's always been that, but put her stamp on this game and a little bit on the team and the shape.
So again, Long with goals number 7 and 8 as Farley comes in. So Janine, what I was going to ask you, so 4-1 lead, 70th minute. The Thorns have given up leads late in games before. How much are they clock watching? How much are they looking over their shoulders? Or is this the kind of match where maybe they break through and just take it all the way to the end and keep attacking if they have to?
I think they keep attacking. I think it works for them. I think because that's the spark they need, because they need that kind of energy, they keep going. Continue to shut down and work on closing the spaces for Kansas City, but press them, make them go forward, make Kansas City think about the Thorns.
Heath, by the way, with the yellow card issued in the 70th minute, another scoring opportunity for FC Kansas City on the free kick. Dangerous moment here as Portland tries to clear. Sauerbrunn will bring it right to this near sideline for Robinson. Left foot wide. Fly Alaska Airlines nonstop from Portland over 30 cities, including new flights to SLC, that's Salt Lake. Explore more, spend less at alaskaair.com. Defensively, though, do you really put the onus and really try to button things up defensively, even maybe a little bit more so since you got the 4 goals and the 3-goal lead?
You can. I think if they're looking at the future, if they're looking at this game and as far as their education in the game and what they're trying to do in the season, you still have to attack. It doesn't mean all-out attack. It doesn't mean reckless attack.
Got it.
What it means is just going forward and doing the things that the game needs you to do.
How would you grade the defense to this point here in the 72nd minute?
That's a hard question because I'm so tough defensively, because that's where my mind is more, I should say. I think they've done a good job. I'd give them a good solid B.
Okay.
I think allowing that goal, allowing to get spread, not being as organized completely as they need to be. There's still some work that has to happen in there. But a good, solid job, not taking anything away from them. I think they're talented and a very good defense.
Okay, a B from Janine. We'll take that at this point, subject to change. A lot of soccer left. Portland turns right around, Janine, and faces Chicago again in the Windy City on July 17th for the third and final time. It'll be the third time in 4 matches that Portland tees it up against Chicago. That should be a heck of a match. Chicago just having defeated Seattle last night.
It should be. If this result holds, right, it's nice to bring that back to Chicago. I know Coach Riley said the field is not that great. They do face challenges with the travel, but this could make a big difference for the Thorns. It can continue the confidence that the Thorns need to really push their season forward, to keep it going in the right direction.
The Thorns have settled for a bunch of ties since their last outright win at Washington, June 21st. That was that 6-1 victory we were talking about. A victory, if this, as you said, if this result holds, a victory over this quality club, that's something you can build on.
Goes a long way.
Farley, right outside the 18, leaves it for Vero. Ball inside, just taken down. Lapelbit absolutely hog ties Heath. And that was an easy call to make, wasn't it?
Pretty easy. I think Tobin Heath might have made it a little bit more meaty than it was, but she was definitely contacted in that.
Vero looking for the brace off the PK. Barnhart waving her arms. Bam! Vero, her second goal of the match, now makes the score 5-1.
Ice. She just buried that. Didn't even have to think about it.
I am absolutely stunned by this score. 5-1. The Thorns not letting up for a moment. They got punched by the Gorey goal and counterpunched with one of their own long in the waning moments of the first half, and then add 2 more in this second half.
That's awesome. And you see Vero's still running. She just scored a PK. Might be a little bit of excitement. Might be just sending that message to the team, the continual message that we are not stopping. We still have time left. The game is still being played. Let's continue to go after them.
Hustle play by Sinclair to keep the ball alive. Portland looking for more. Heath, touch failed her. Here comes Timrak. Timrak right down the gut. Leaves it for Hagen. Hagen battling. Portland's defense taking her off the ball. Look at Vero. She and Matthias going toe-to-toe.
Portland did a good job of tightening those gaps that we keep talking about and really helping each other out. They had great cover on the ball and were able to win it back.
Morgan slow to get up as she wins that 50-50 ball. Still on her knees right at the center of the pitch is Alex Morgan. Trainers immediately going out to Alex. Missing so much playing time with that stress reaction issue in the left ankle. And Janine, what I can't tell is
what it is exactly.
Yeah. And what angle? It looks like
your
the
ankle.
Does it look like the right to you or the left? I can't really tell.
Right.
Yeah, I think so too. And out comes the gurney for Alex Morgan, and there is a collective hush for a lot of Thorns fans here at Providence Park.
It's a little bit lower on her leg. Ankle or maybe she just needs a ride off the field.
This is troublesome.
I hope that's all it is.
This, yeah, you don't want to speculate, that's for sure, but the fact that she's not walking off herself. Jess McDonald standing by on the sideline to sub in for the injured Alex Morgan. Morgan with a goal and an assist today, as Jess McDonald checks in. Remember, she had those 2 goals really late in the match to seal the home opener victory against FC Kansas City, as Morgan Marlborough checks in for the Blues as well. McDonald with the 9 goals to set a club record for goals in a season, 2 of those coming in the final minutes of regulation to defeat Kansas City back in April. The Thorns leading the hottest team in the league here in the 80th minute of play. 5-1, Janine.
Unbelievable. It's really a showing for all the Thorns' hard work. The goals have fallen because they've earned them. It hasn't been a walkover. There's been a PK, but great goals, great play, running off the ball, hard work, hard tackles. The Thorns are bringing it. They're showing that spark, that energy for the kind of team that they really are.
Barnhart, the reigning player of the month, getting lit up. Oh, look at that finish! There's Sinclair's goal off the service from Vero. And Sink has just got to laugh, thinking, I missed a wide open attempt. This one I'm going to make look hard. It was a difficult chance. She buries it.
That is a great goal, an absolute great goal. From the service in, the run, she made the exact proper run, hit the ball well, timed it right into the near post.
What a ball by Vero, and what a finish by Sinclair. Barnhart could only watch that whisk by her right shoulder. What a finish by Sinclair.
It even went over the top of the near post player who's defending.
6-1.
Go big or go home.
Man. Easily the most impressive victory by the Portland Thorns all season long in a must-win situation. If the score stands, it'll put Portland at 25 points along with Chicago. These 2 teams meet on Thursday. Ooh, what a strike by Buskowski. Ungerer a bit fooled, or at least off the line to make that save, and it rattles off the hardware.
Yeah, I think Ungerer wasn't quite ready for that ball. Hits it pretty quickly. Got maybe a little bit lucky because she wasn't going to be able to get back to that far corner in time.
Buskowski almost with her first goal of the season. Vero has had quite a game. A couple of goals, a couple of assists. Showing great leadership on the pitch. A complete game.
O'Reilly talked a lot about Vera and how important she could be, and he's so right, and we all can see it. That's the nice thing, is it's easy to see exactly how impactful she can be and is to this team and in any game.
Nice ball into space for Matthias. Cross. Ooh. Oh boy.
Thorns got a little lucky on that one. Two runners near post,
yes,
with only Rebecca Moros tracking back.
Hagen and A-Rod just bearing down. What a terrific ball that was. Oof. The 2014 CONCACAF Champions League tournament comes to Portland when the Timbers host CD Olympia of Honduras on Tuesday, September 16th. Tickets on sale right now, starting at $27. Now bear in mind that seating is limited, so reserve yours today at timbers.com. Another substitution for the Portland Thorns. Fan favorite Mana Shim ready to report in. What a game by Vero. What a game by Vero.
Great game. Great player. So nice to see in a match where you have these international players, what's going on in other places, and basically just that little different flavor.
Over 9,600 here at Providence Park, celebrating the Thorns' most impressive victory of the year. Here in the 85th minute, even with stoppage time, it would take an absolute miracle for the wheels to fall off at this point.
There would be that miracle that Brazil was looking for.
Yeah. Corner kick.
They're not giving up. Kansas City is still pressing. If you see on the corner kick, they're putting a few bodies in front of Anger to kind of clog things up, and there's a little bit of pushing going on in there. So they're still competitive. They're still pressing.
You'd expect nothing less. I love this club. I love the way they play. I love the way they play together. Andonovski has really got them on the same page this year, after last year's stumble into the playoffs and then losing to Portland in the first round at home, blowing that 2-0 lead. Portland led 3-1 at half and then really stepped on the gas. What a ball by Marshall to Jess. Doesn't have the number, she'll go 1v1 inside the 18. Jess!
Why not?
What a ball by Marshall,
That is a great ball by Nikki Marshall. She stepped up and made about a 30-yard run and hit the perfect ball. Had the right kind of spin on it, played McDonald into space in the outside. She was able to face up and take on.
'87th minute, 6-1. As Baskowski is written up for the yellow. What can this win do for the Thorns' confidence against a quality club like FC Kansas City?
Can just give them, it's a validation. I think the Thorns know how good they are.
Whoa, how did that thing sneak in? ball by Shim. And that is a capper, folks. That is an absolute capper. And everybody is just running up to Brooks saying, all right, you got your first one. How about Brooks with the header, huh?
Such a great subtle touch. She didn't try to do too much with it. She did just enough to put it in the right place. That was just an incredible run, incredible fight by Brooks, who, again, still hasn't given up. Nobody stopped playing in this game, which is what's so awesome to see. A complete 90-minute game where both teams are fighting hard, and things matter. The games matter.
Brooks with her first goal of the season, and it was a dandy. 7-1.
That's a great ball. Great serve, great finish.
Ungerer. Oh, Nadine with the save. Hagen.
Pretty quick save from Ungerer to get off her feet, get her hand quickly down and stop that ball.
And a tough chance as Hagen thought she was going to slap that thing home, and Ungerer denies. No one around the league is going to believe this score at first glance. I mean, FC Kansas City again comes into this match with 7 straight wins. Barnhart with 6 consecutive clean sheets. The hottest team in the league. The last loss they suffered again was against Seattle May 14th, the last outright loss. And Portland absolutely drilled them today.
Things have come together. You just hope to see that they hold on to this. We talked about the confidence and what it means to them. The big question is what happens next game. After this one plays out, how do they start the next game, and how does that apply itself basically to what they do going forward?
On the road again against Chicago. When the dust settles, both Chicago and Portland will have 25 points.
At a tough venue too, so like we said, not only traveling, but also at a field that isn't really conducive to good soccer.
25 points, of course, puts them tied for that coveted 4th and final playoff spot. There's Shim.
Great ball by Shim to find Heath.
Heath inside the 18. Heath dancing.
It's great to see that there's been no change in the level since any substitution's been made. They've kept pressing, they keep fighting. They have so many tools that they can go to. They've got a great bench, they've got a great starting lineup. It's nice to see it come together.
Here in the 90th minute. An absolute explosion here at Providence Park. I can't stop thinking, though, or wondering, I should say, how Alex Morgan is doing in the locker room when she was carried off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 4th official on the sideline has indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes.
So 4 minutes of stoppage time. And by the way, stoppage time is presented by Larog Brothers Jewelers, Portland's original engagement ring store. Alex not able to walk off on her own. So out came the stretcher. She was taken into the Thorns locker room. And obviously, of all the highs experienced today by the Thorns, that is the one sobering thought at the moment. The status of Alex Morgan.
Let's just hope it's precautionary. Hopefully she just, she might have felt a little something, got a little knock just to take care of it and make sure that she's okay. Let's just take her off. She doesn't need to stay out there and put herself in a situation where she might get more injured.
That's for sure. The depth of Portland rising to the occasion today. Barrow with a couple of goals, a couple of assists. Allie Long with the brace as well. Sinclair with a beautiful header. Brooks with a beautiful header. Morgan, of course, with that early goal. Everybody getting into the act today.
Nice to see Sink. I think that's gonna go a long way, especially after that unfortunate one where she was a little bit, had too much charity in her heart for Barnhart, I think.
7-1 against one of the best defenses and easily one of the best keepers in the league. Portland winning 50-50 balls, Janine, just rising to the occasion.
Yep. That's why you don't put two rosters down on a table to see who wins. You got to go out there and play the game. Both teams have incredible players. This has been a great game to watch. To see the Thorns really put it together and finish some of those opportunities. They've had opportunities before. They've been threatening in games and they haven't put it in, and they haven't been as solid, but they shored up some of the defending, some of those spaces that they're susceptible to in the counters, going forward in transition really quickly, getting their players good movement off the ball and working together. There's been a great relationship between those players and what they're doing on the field.
The Blues still pushing forward. Coming into this match, FC Kansas City looking to set a league mark for consecutive wins in a row. Not a win that they urgently needed as much as Portland, though, so solidly by themselves in second place.
That's true. But you didn't see it in their game. You're not seeing them play on their heels, play relaxed, play as if they don't care. They really are trying to play the game. And that's professional. That's what professional sports are about. So it's good to see out of Kansas City. And also nice, it means more, I think it gives more confidence to the Thorns who are playing against a good team.
Yeah.
You're not saying, you're completely gutted. True, they don't have Holiday. Holiday is one of the engines or the engine on the team. But everybody, they still have such a solid side. They're going after it and they're still playing, and it's the 92nd and a half minute or so.
You gave the Thorns defense a solid B. What about the offense?
Ooh, the offense.
Come on,
well,
Janine. Gee whiz.
Well, if you give them too much, their heads just get big.
No, they're not. I'm talking about right here, right now. What do you give the offense?
I give them an A-.
Man, you are tough. I give them a solid A, and I think this crowd does too. The final whistle blows. Portland defeating FC Kansas City 7-1. Vero's goal in the third minute. The third minute got this match started.
It's true. It was really, we say the third, but it was at 2:02 in the game.
How critical was that, though? The quick lead, the confidence boost.
I think as we've talked about, and they've done, they hit it 20 minutes earlier than they did in the last home game. I think it gives them so much to say, this is the tone we're setting, this is what we want to do. And Vero followed up with it too. She didn't just score the goal in the third minute, but she followed up defensively, tracking people down, winning the ball back, being tough. And that's what we keep saying was needed, and they did it. And it went from the beginning all the way through the end. We played 4 minutes of extra time, and it went all the way to that last minute in extra time.
Riley wanted his club to play as if this was a playoff game and would like that notion to take hold the rest of the season. Would you say this was a job with that in mind?
I think so. The energy, there's just something different, that little spark, and maybe in framing it as if it's a playoff game, like this is what our mentality is. That's something that the players can hold on to. It's more tangible than just, hey, we're chasing 3 points. It's like, no, this is another level. Let's take this up to another level. And it worked. I mean, these players, they are good. They are solid. They're one of the best teams in the league. But you can really see it out there. It made a difference.
Portland defeating this very dangerous Blues club 7-1 here at Providence Park. We mentioned the fact that Vero got this whole party started with that goal early in the match, and that just opened up the floodgates. And speaking of, Vero, I got you down there, young lady.
I got you there.
Congratulations. Walk us through the mindset of the club today. You look like the Thorns team we've been waiting to see.
Yeah, like we really wanted and we needed this game, and especially for all these people that still believe in us after I don't know, a strange season. So I hope that this game gives us confidence, and now we have to keep going.
Does this game feel different to you when you went out there during it all the way until the last minute? Does the team look a little different? And if so, what is that difference?
I think that the difference is that we really need. When you need, you fight for it. And today in the locker room we say, well, we don't have more chances. We can expect that anyone come here and help us. Anything will help us, and it's just about us. And all these amazing people deserve a great match, and now the team have to go up.
Vero, this sets up a really interesting match on Thursday at Chicago. Both you and the Red Stars climbing after that fourth place playoff position. How crucial is that match going to be, and are you ready?
It's a final, and we are ready for sure. I think that this will be the match, and this will be a war, and we know that if we want to be in the playoffs and fight for this title, we have to win. So next Thursday will be amazing, and we can't wait for that.
Vero, congratulations. A couple of goals, a couple of assists, a heck of a match. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
How about that match from the Spanish international, huh?
Unbelievable. It's just so, I don't even know what to say.
So Vero and company celebrate the 7-1 victory over FC Kansas City, breaking their unbeaten streak and sending a message. The final here at Providence Park, 7-1, the Thorns going to 7-6-4, and the victory, more importantly, vaults Portland into a tie with Chicago for that fourth and final playoff spot. Those same two clubs meet Thursday in the Windy City. For Janine Sparra and our entire webcast crew, I'm Ann Schott saying so long from Providence Park. Thank you so much for watching. The Thorns win 7-1. Have a great week, everybody.